What's up, guys? I'm gonna talk about Wakanda Forever. So let's go. First of all, Letitia Wright is on TikTok. So, hi. I hope you like this video. Moving along to the actual content, though. So I watched Wakanda Forever 3 times in total because it felt like after each time I watched it, I took something more out of it. Initially, I wasn't happy. Like, after the first time that I watched it, after everything that I had, spoiler, I didn't feel like happy. I felt sad in a very interesting way. And it took till the second time for me to be able to pinpoint it. And it took till the third time for me to be able to put it into words properly. But the sadness that I felt in this movie was a deep sadness for Shuri. Regardless of how everything ended, I felt so, and still feel so sad for everything that Shuri went through. Because think about how and what the framework of the movie really is, at least through Shuri's perspective. Shuri was a woman / girl, depending on timeline, who was struggling with her own religion, her beliefs, what she actually thought about the world outside of science, when something that was just barely out of her capabilities happened and took her brother from her. Because if you remember, the very first thing that we hear in this movie is Shuri praying to Bast. And we know that Shuri doesn't really believe in Bast, but she's saying that prayer that everyone who's at the edge of their religion ever really said. Please, I need you. Help me through this, I'll believe in you. And after saying that prayer, nothing happened. And she lost her brother anyway. And in losing her brother, it affects the entire trajectory of her character. What is happening in her lab the very first time that we see her? She has dozens of scientists preparing for any and every possible known or unknown threat to man ever. Why would she be doing that? She was planning for everything, anything. She wanted to be ready to never get caught off guard again, to never have to say that prayer again. And then, in trying to keep peace, in doing what Namor asked her to do, hunt down the scientist, she indirectly leads to her own mother's death. And then just like that, Shuri is alone. I know she's not ultimately, because we have the kitten out, and Nakia and Okoye and the rest of it, but Shuri herself felt alone in the world. And that made me so sad, because it feels like she's lost some of her absolute optimism, and I don't want that for her. I have more to say about the rest of the movie, but I'm clearly very much out of time. But after having watched it, I'm excited for the future of Wakanda. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.